The Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu government has strategically and systematically transformed Lagos into a global brand of repute from diverse perspectives. As a focused and determined architect of positive program change, coupled with a transformative leadership style, no wonder the city of Lagos is a new bride for local and international investors because of its unique and vast systemic potentials. So let's share with you how true and authentic these claims are from the Governor's Office platform on the City of Lagos TV show on TV Nigeria. Thanks for joining us. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu proudly witnessed and attended the recently held joint induction and graduation ceremony of the Lateef Jakonde Leadership Academy, which afforded him the opportunity to see the 2024 graduates bowing out gracefully to greater heights and the 2025 set stepping in gallantly to pursue their dream. For Mr. Governor, he did not only emphasize what the academy represents, but admonished the 2024 cohorts to arise and shine based on what they have gained from the academy. He also challenged the 2025 new intakes to see their coming on board as an avenue to transform to greater heights.
We're gathered here not only to celebrate a graduation and induction ceremony, but to affirm our collective belief that leadership is not an accident of circumstance, but a product of vision, a product of preparation, and a product of character. The Lateef Jakonde Leadership Academy represents that conviction. It's a bridge between the aspiration of youth and the responsibility of leadership. And today, by the enshrining the academy into law, we have ensured that this bridge will never collapse. We have ensured that this bridge will never collapse. As the writer James Baldwin once said, the world before you, and you need to take it or leave it, it is as it was when you came in. This academy embodies that challenge to each of you to enter the world not as passive inheritors, but as active architects of change. To the graduating fellows, your journey here, as we have heard, as you've seen, as you've expressed, have been nothing short of transformative. You enter this program with energy and promise. You're leaving it with scars of growth and stories of courage. You have confronted the complexities of governance. You have walked through the little bites of public service, and you have emerged with clear eyes and a stronger heart. I recall the story of a young Nelson Mandela who, before entering politics, said, "I never lose. I enter, win, or learn." Over the past 1 year, you two have lived this truth. We believe you have either win or you have learned. You have discovered that every challenge, every debate, every late night assignment was not a barrier, but it was a training ground. You are no longer merely fellows. You are custodians of the value of this academy. You represent discipline, humility, and service. But let me remind you, this is not an end. Graduating is not a curtain call. It is the sounding of a trumpet. Lagos is waiting. Nigeria is watching. The continent is indeed in need of leaders who will not just occupy positions, but elevate them with courage and integrity. And I believe that all of the things that you have learned, that you've seen, that you've said, will live with you for the rest of your life. To our incoming fellows, welcome. You step into an institution that is now immortalized in law, a legacy caved into the fabrics of our state. That means your tax is heavier. You inherit not just a program, but you're inheriting a responsibility to safeguard its promise for generation after you. You'll be tested. Intellectually, you will be tested. Emotionally, you will be pushed. Morally, you'll be called to account. Some days, you will doubt yourself. Other days, you will discover capacity that you never knew you had possessed. But that is the essence of leadership. Leadership is forged, not found. So embrace discomfort. Let curiosity be your compass, and let service be your anchor. You are not simply preparing for offices you may one day hold. You are preparing for the lives you will impact. You are preparing for systems you will transform. And you are preparing for values you will defend.
Earlier in a speech, the Executive Secretary of the Academy, Aisat Olabimpe Agbaje Okunade, described the day for the graduates as the beginning to champion greater visionary leadership, and for the incoming intakes, a historic opportunity to learn and build.
Today is not just a ceremony, it is a passage of leadership from one generation of fellows to the next. A reminder that leadership is not a moment, but a continuum of service. As we celebrate our graduating fellows, we acknowledge the depth of their journey. Over the past year, they have stretched, challenged, and refined themselves. Their work reflects our founding conviction that leadership is defined not by titles, but by values and consistent action. We also open our arms to the incoming cohort. You're stepping into a living legacy. You will not only learn, but you will also build. You will add your voice, your vision, your service to an institution that is fast becoming the model for youth leadership across Lagos and the world. At the Academy, our impact speaks clearly. In just 2 years, we have trained over 60 fellows through our flagship fellowship. And now we are bringing on board our extra 30, which makes it 90. We've engaged over 12,000 young people through our various programs, particularly the Lagos Leadership Summit and the workshops and seminars we offer. And we've also reached over 15 million Nigerians through our media and leadership advocacy. Over 85% of our fellows, of our alumni, also now serve in leadership roles and in public service and external. Yes, they are here. Alumni, where are you? Over 85% of our fellows now serve in leadership roles, with others creating ventures and driving social change.
Some of the graduates equally shared their experiences this way.
I am a graduating fellow of the Lateef Jakonde Leadership Academy, and being a fellow of this academy has been one of the most important journeys of my life. On Tuesday, I read the letter I wrote to myself at the beginning of the academy, and there were some things I asked myself. I wanted to be able to serve better. I wanted to become a better leader. And looking back today, I can say that I have grown. So this journal has been with me from the beginning of the academy. It has my notes, my questions, my reflections. Some pages show excitement. Some pages show my struggles. But together, they tell the story of how the academy has changed me.
When we learned about the Lagos economy and Nigeria's bigger picture at the Lagos Business School, I went from, what exactly is the government doing? So, these are the things that have been done. This is what needs to be done. And finally, these are the processes that it takes. What did I say to myself? I'm changing.
When I think about the journey at the Lateef Jakonde Leadership Academy, one word comes to mind. No. It's not transformative. It's next level. From day one, it was clear that this wasn't just a program. It was an immersion. We were stretched intellectually, emotionally, and in ways that demanded resilience. I had the privilege of serving at the Office of Works, led by my teacher and guardian, Dr. Adekunle Olayinka, where I designed a project monitoring platform to track and collect data on public projects in real time. That experience taught me that leadership is not just about ideas, but it's about execution that outlives you.
The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, recently attended the GITEX Nigeria 2025 exhibition and conference in Lagos with the theme, future economy. Describing the event as one of the biggest international conference ever held in Lagos, Nigeria, Governor Sanwo-Olu noted that as a city that controls 70% of tech inflows in Nigeria, Lagos has all the strong potentials, capacity, and capabilities to drive and sustain a tech-driven and innovative revolution in Africa. Mr. Governor buttressed his point by citing innovative tech solutions in diverse areas of the Lagos economy, especially in transportation.
I attended the first Guy Techs about 4 years ago in Dubai, and all of a sudden they brought it to Marrakesh, and I'm like, how? I mean, yeah, I understand, but hey, if you're not in Lagos, Nigeria, why are you? But the rest is history now. But it just goes to show that the power and the mind of possibility. We did not see challenges. We did not see all the reasons why it shouldn't. We saw sheer resilience and opportunity. And I want to thank Tracy very, very much for taking the risk with us, for ensuring that even with all of the I's not properly dotted, all of the T's not crossed, you've taken this, one of the biggest international conferences here on our soil. And like you have also observed and seen, it's just the beginning. The sheer resilience of the tens and thousands of young people that want to take over the world. You will see that being expressed here today and tomorrow. Lagos is a city of stories. 22 million strong people, where every tribe in Nigeria is represented. A young person once said to me that it's only in Lagos that you can dream as an Hausa boy, you can code in whatever language, you can pitch in Yoruba, and you can still understand English fluently. All of that is what makes the Lagos story a different story. This is the essence of Lagos, a place where diversity is not just demographic, but an engine of creativity and resilience. This diversity fuels a startup ecosystem that is now ranked among the most vibrant in the world. Between 2019 and 2024, we've seen over 6 billion in direct foreign tech startup funding into the state and the city. We have seen hyperscale data centers coming. We have seen drop of submarine cables. We have seen the grid of fiber connectivity, gridlocks, being built in every part of the city. Lagos, we say, accounts for well over 70%, of all of the tech inflows, of our country. We're not just an economic powerhouse, we're Africa's innovation nerve center. You know that more than 70% of all the unicorns coming out of Africa has birthed, their root from Lagos. Our honorable minister, like I said, was one of our champions and lead lights 15, 20 years ago. And we've seen all of them, being driven very well now. At the heart of our vision lies an unshakable belief that governance in the 21st century must be digital. Governance must be inclusive, and it must be data-driven. Through the Lagos Digital Service Platform, we now see citizens access services with a single click, where healthcare, transportation, and our civic registration are one of the things we'll talk about. We've said so, and I mentioned the things that we've done also in public transportation, for example. In the transportation space, right, where, by the way, tomorrow will be 2 years where our Blue Line, which is our intercity model, had started carrying people. Tomorrow will be exactly 2 years. And let me use the Guy Techs, in me, and say to all my citizens, tomorrow you are going to enter the Blue Line half the price. Just because you were half the price, But it's important. In the 2 years, they've carried well over 5 million passengers. We've doubled the fleet of the trains that we have on track now. It's an electric, train, and without zero downtime, with any zero issues. But that's not where the story lies. The rail line has what we call the cowrie card, which over 6.5 million Lagosians now carry the blue cowrie card. But the beauty of it is that this card was designed by 27, 28-year-old Lagosians, which is run on all the internodal transportation system. You can use it on rail, you can use it on waterways, you can use it on a bus transport system, you can use it on taxis, and it's just a single card that has a single, settlement designed, built by 27, 28-year-old Lagosians right in the city, and it's working very, very well. So part of the things that we believe that Lagos can do is to ensure that all of these young people are given the opportunity, to thrive and to do well.
Earlier at GITEX Nigeria 2025, the Director General of NITDA, Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, in his opening speech noted that Lagos has the potentials and capacity to drive a sustained future economy, highlighting the great benefits.
Mr. Governor was wow with what he saw there, and he said, why can't we do it in Nigeria and in Lagos? For me, GITEX Nigeria is not just another conference. It is a declaration that Nigeria, we are ready to lead in the future economy. That's why we theme this year's event as a future economy. For too long, the future economy has been like a science fiction to us. We talked about it from a distant and abstract concept, from the Kodak moment to Uber moment. We were always at the receiving end. But today, right here in Lagos, that reality or that future is a tangible reality, a reality built on bold ambition, powered by brilliant young minds, backed by strategic and collaborative vision. Nigeria and Lagos in particular, we are ready for that, and we welcome you all to Lagos. I want you to take a look around to have the feel of Lagos and also to experience the energy. The energy is palpable and the potential are boundless. Nigeria and Lagos in particular is crucible of innovation where raw talents meets the unshakable will to succeed. So today we are here to shape our future, to build the future economy. And this journey started about 13 years ago when the Nigerian government made a policy about cashless policy in Nigeria. And on January 2012, that policy was implemented in Lagos. That mandated our banks to digitalize their processes. And while doing that, gaps were identified, and our startups jumped in to start building fintech solutions. That's why today, Lagos is not just the Nigerian commercial hub. Lagos is the capital of Africa's tech ecosystem. Lagos is a factory of unicorns. Lagos is the place where people use talent and come up with solutions without infrastructure.
And finally, from the governor's office, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by his wife, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, was at the Lagos State 2025 Micro Enterprise Support Initiative, organized by the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. In his speech delivered by the First Lady of Lagos State, the governor noted his administration's commitment to empowering women in the state and safeguarding their rights, as well as ensuring their fundamental independence.
It gives me great pleasure to join you at this very important event, the Micro Enterprise Support Initiative, MERCI. This initiative is not just another program of government. It is a bold statement of our administration's unwavering commitment to creating opportunities for women to thrive and safeguarding their rights in our society. One of my greatest passions as governor is the empowerment of women. Time and time again, I have seen that when you empower a woman, you empower a family, you empower a community, and indeed the entire society. Women are the foundation of homes, the drivers of small businesses, and the nurturers of future generations. Supporting them is not just a responsibility, it is a strategic investment in the collective prosperity of Lagos State. The Micro Enterprise Support Initiatives, MESI, was designed with this vision in mind to strengthen women-owned businesses, provide the needed capital and tools, and give our hardworking women a clear pathway to financial independence and dignity, as testified by some of the beneficiaries today. Today's beneficiaries will receive more than financial and material support. They will receive renewed hope and a greater opportunity to contribute meaningfully to the economic growth of the state.
And that's a wrap from the Governor's Office platform on the City of Lagos TV show on TV Nigeria. The show continues in a moment. Thanks for watching.